All right, let's begin. Welcome back to another episode of What Can Go Wrong Today. Or as, the series is affectionately called, From Breadboard to Marketplace. Or to Market, depending on how you want to say it. Sorry I haven't been streaming in a while. Over pretty much a whole week. As I've been stating before, work is just exhausting with all the projects we're doing. Just trying to stay caught up. It's just really exhausting work. So that's why I haven't been streaming. And I apologize for anything, for not streaming, but just dealing with work is just really with all these projects going on and all these tight deadlines. So the weekly stream, the stream throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, may not happen anymore, at least for the foreseeable future, due to how busy I am at work. And hopefully, we may just end up going to Sundays, because just, by the end of the week, I'm usually exhausted and need some time to recover. So the parts did arrive to build version 2 of the board. I have not had time to do that, as I've been saying, just totally exhausted. So I'll get to that as soon as I can, as soon as I have free time to work on that. We'll get the version 2 board built, and I'll go through the test process, get the test log, get all that filled out. And then we can get back to code development for it. Back to developing the initial test code and running the device. But right now we are continuing our PCB layout of the fan tester. So let's get back to it. Working on kind of getting an idea where things are going to go. Doing the candy sprinkles approach, as I affectionately like to call it. So let's get back to moving things around here. Kind of lining things up. I want to kind of keep like a dead zone of large parts down here. We can put like small parts like resistors and stuff, because we can 3D print an enclosure or something. Well, maybe we don't need a dead zone. We might 3D print some buttons to actually, some plastics and stuff with these buttons might make something really cool. We'll see. It depends on how it all looks when she's done. So we're going to get back to figuring out where we want stuff. This is the LCD interface. I drag that over here. The ESP32, we can probably drop a little bit. Okay, here. All right, those are the control transistors for the various power supplies. We have our TVS diodes. Reset and increment. We can set that underneath this guy. Actually, no, we can put them down on the bottom between. All right, let's see what we got up here. Decrement, test control. Right there, that guy will go there. ESP RX and TX, so that's from FTDI, and then enable boot mode. These are from the buttons. We may want to just put that on top. I don't know yet. It depends on how, where we have to place vias or anything. Okay, here. So this guy, we drag it over here. We're not doing any of the auto program stuff. Put this guy pretty close to the ESP32. Okay, let's move that guy up here. This guy can kind of go underneath. Maybe up here. We'll see. Again, the candy sprinkles approach, kind of get an idea where we want to throw our parts at. The voltage selection switches. Let's see here. Okay. 3v3. And this will be 5 volts, and this will be 12 volts. Okay, so we'll go to those associated parts. All right. Okay, D3, D4, and D5. Let's go and R4, 5, and 6. Did I already drag them over there? Oh, no. R5, R4, R6. Here we go. These guys can come over here. So we can place those guys on the bottom. Underneath the diodes that they're associated with. Check that. There we go. I can go there. We can just smack them with a via. So that might be okay. Maybe flip sides. Yeah. Up, you know. Yeah, you know what? That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now, I don't know, like these switches, these push buttons closer to the edge. They're just easier to hit that way rather than trying to reach the middle of the board. So 3v3 and 5 volts. Doesn't really matter. So let's figure out what supporting components are. Okay. 5 volts. C6 and 7. I'll make sure I'm at the right one. 5 volts. So 6 and 7. 6, 7. 8, C8 and L1. C8. C8. And then C9 and 10. Oops. So these guys, shotgun around the 5.5 volt supply. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out this power supplies. All right. And all right. Let's see, 11 and 12 and 13. 11, 12, 13. L2. Then probably 14 and 15 go with this circuit too. 14 and 15. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All righty then. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some room. Set up power supplies. They don't have to be right next to each other. It doesn't really matter. Which one was this? Was it 3v3? Yeah. Well, let's put the 3v3. Kind of set it up over here. And the 5 volt can kind of go over here. Test points will figure out where to drop in a bit. And I figure the 5 volt can just kind of sit over here. This guy down, move this guy down a little bit, move this guy down. Stop. We'll figure out better places for everything. Just gotta. Okay. Okay. These guys we can probably move down just a hair. All right, so we'll figure that out. 3v3. Hello, okay. Maybe over in this area, we can put those 2 test points. All right, now we have a whole bunch of other miscellaneous parts we need to figure out. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go and start getting some of these guys slotted in. Sure. A little bit over there because that'll be for an LCD. It's not something you're going to be connecting and disconnecting quite often. Let's get it rotated. 0. Yeah, let's do that because it'll plug in through here. Then we can kind of tuck this down here a little bit more. Three. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Now, a couple of those resistors and capacitors support the ESP32. R1 and C1 and R3. R1, C1, and R3. C1 and R3. Two, 4, and 16. Two, 4, 16. Okay, so those support the ESP32. Here. Okay. And 3 and 5 support the LCD. Go there. All right. Okay, resistor goes there. All right, that's fine. Okay, 8. What does R10 go to? Okay. Okay, all right. R7, 8, and R7, 8, 9, and 10 go to the decrement. Could put them underneath. Test control. Decrement. Bottom. Increment. Bottom. And reset. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is for the fan tack. You have to look it up. I'm gonna put it in the middle here because it's gonna go to. Okay, CN4 is not connected up. I will have to figure out why none of its nuts are tied together. Fan power control. 11 and 12. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why. One's a signal coming off of the pull down, and then the okay, yep, I see the current limiting resistor. All right. That goes to all those little fellas down there. So let's go ahead and put that on the bottom with those guys. All right. All right. Now we really have left are some miscellaneous test points and the fiducials. Okay. Now, all right. Plenty of room on the board. It's just a matter of we can cozy stuff up here. Because I don't think we shrunk the text down at all. No, we did not. Wonder if it'll just let me select all the text. No. All right. That was something. Okay. I'll take it. Take it. All right. So we've got this guy right here. We can throw these guys in the bottom. You know, footprint. We can throw them on the bottom, or we can just make it work. You know what? Let's do this. Wonder that's centered. 23 millimeters. Nope. Nope. 6. 7 millimeter. Nope. Who would have thunk? Reference field C5. All right. All right. Got that guy set. No. 5. Oop. There you go. All right. Test control. All right. Okay. Guess I'll do, what's this footprint? 5. All right. We'll do that. Oh, that's better. Oh, better time now. So let's figure out how to get the internal plane layers to tie to the right net. I'm trying to understand why. Well, yeah. I thought it was in here, but apparently it's not. Nope, nope, nope. I have to figure out why I can't set that. To do. I think what I need to do is just set it up as a copper pour, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I had to do last time. Oh, it's so annoying when tools don't work exactly as anticipated. You know what we could do though? File. Let's open project. Let's just open it. Okay. Let's try to understand what we did. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's a copper pour. It's a region. Yeah, it's a copper zone. Okay. That's what it was. Close project. Recent. Okay. We'll have to define that after we. How annoying. Okay. Well, no big deal. All right. So we're at the top layer here. We'll worry about that. We'll define a copper zone. Let's see here. All right. That. All right, so that's going to be ground. Oh. All right. What is our grid? Let's see if that does it. Nope. Ground. Okay. What in the world is wrong here? Preferences. Grids. Just have to draw it and hope for the best. What in the world? Why are you snapping so weird? I'll just have to fix it. Ugh, annoying. Are you kidding me? Let's try that again. Maybe we need to start from up here. Exhausted. So fix that here in a bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Solid. All right. I think it was up here too. But there was like fill all zones. Yeah. Oh. Haha, the B key. All right. There we are. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Okay. Making progress again. Jeez Louise. Mm. Yeah, how big will this guy be? Oh, that's fine. Large Dias are fine. And get a couple guys in y'all. This. Big guys. You know what? Let's go into another guy, right? There we are. Okay, now we're going to draw another fill zone. Kind of good that we know we can 3v3. All right. Again, we'll clean that up. Okay, somehow that just did not go right. Uh, just yeah, it's been a week. It's been time. Let's start here. Oh, it's just been hectic lately. Oh, my brain doesn't want to work anymore. I fix that. Just get the zone drawn, square it up. There we go. See what she looks like. Yeah. Square you up. Make it look pretty. All right. You don't look too bad there. You went a little bit. Let me see what you look like. All right. Nice. Yeah, kind of hard to throw in a via. Well, not really. All right. Here, maybe I'll just throw you down there. All right. That's just a downhill route. That'll get cleaned up once we get the actual copper, the actual copper port in the two power planes. One of the biggest, apparently, one of the biggest reasons for KiCad to declare them as power planes is so that they become non-routable for signals, which makes sense. Yeah, that's actually fine. Oh, let's go ahead and yeah, I'll put you down here. All right, let's go ahead and route some of these guys here. Oh, go. Now we're on the bottom layer. We do want something nice and good for this zone because it is a TVS diode. We want to make sure that we've got a good solid ground path. All right. Why aren't you? All right. Aha. All right. Well, let's see what the zone looks like. There. All right. Square you up there. Square you there. Fill you in. Take a good look at you. All right. go. Good ground ties because, again, that's a TVS diode. You want to make sure that that actually has good connection. These guys will get connected. All right. Here we go. Bottom. Minus 4. Nope. 270. All right. All right. Got that guy in there. Now we're going to. Looks fine. Is you routed? Right. You routed. That'll all tie together nicely once we get the ground plane in. Yeah. Let's make sure we don't stop clicking on pads. 4. That'll work. All right, that looks good. We'll come through and fix any text later. All right. Oh. All right. Let's get this guy 6.125. And yeah, that's close enough. Give some kind of symmetry here. All right. All right. Now, let's see here. There we go. Works for me. There we go. And we can always copy and paste that onto any of the other TVS diodes, the other ones that we have when we get to them. All right. We kind of got those guys plugged in. We got this guy kind of tied in. Again, oh crap. B is for this guy. Here. There we go. And we'll grab one. There we are. Okay. So that gets those guys in there. All right. Then get those routed once we know how we're going to do the ESP. Okay, R3 I think is here we go. Zones, dimensions, Let's just grab footprints for now. Oh, there you go again. All right, we're going through you guys on the bottom. Actually, where can you sit? I mean, realistically, you can just go here. All right. All right. Let's go and select text. Actually, no, let's pull you back a little bit here. Because you're just a pull up. There's a stall. You. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Go there. C1, R1. Realistically, you guys go on the bottom too. Here. Clean you up here in a bit. And these guys are 3v3. Go all down here. Ooh. They can go here. Get them kind of cleaned up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So the ESP32, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. To do something like that. Okay. All right. Doesn't really matter. They're just pull-up resistors. Well, a pull-up slash. Put you over here. You over here. Okay. All right. We'll get that all figured out as we go. Back them away a little bit. Here. Stop. Here. There we go. Figure all that out here in a bit. Okay, okay. Okay, she's starting to come together. Boot mode. Okay, yeah, there's the switches for that. All right. Okay, okay. Might as well get these guys lined up a little bit better. 6, okay. Team 6. Right. And fine. These individual grounds will cover them on their own with their own bills, basically. Okay, okay, okay. Layer. Let's get this zone. Same thing. We'll clean it up. Get it down. Boop. Ground. Sloppy we make it. Fill it. All right, that's what I want. Let's see. Regions or zones. Okay. Okay, it's really, really. Yeah, there we go. The clearance was really extremely high. All right. Down a little bit. Did I just throw that out of whack again? Yes, I did. Oh no. See how it looks. All right. Okay. All right. Looks okay. Let's throw some Vias in there. All right. Got a ground path off that guy. Now our 3v3. Let's go and tie that guy in. 3v3. Same thing. A little sloppy. All right. Okay. This guy we can shrink up a little bit. And this guy we can shrink up a little bit. Okay. Not exactly straight there. How that looks. Not terribly bad. All right. We got those guys in there. Nope. Bring this guy down just a little bit. There we are. Okay. We got our 3v3 supply in to our ESP32. Go to the bottom. Stack these guys together. Go to the top layer. Boom. All right. We could do realistically. Nope, stop. Cracks. Just put via in there. That way we don't interrupt with any routing. The last thing we need to do is accidentally interact with interfere with any additional routing. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can route some of these other signals around here. So we're at the bottom. We got test control. Bring him around up here. If we go to the top, we can kind of wrap around that way and come back around. Let's go to the top. All right. Let's get this ground port put in. Boop. Ground. All right. Again, we're just going to draw it. It's almost perfectly square. Almost. Boop, 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 boop. All right. These nice Vias in there. There we go. Now what's cool is we can just go down here at the bottom, grab this guy. Boom. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's like I planned that. All right. Let's try to get this guy grounded. Boop. Ground. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Go. You drawn so I can see. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting. I need to set that when I first draw it, and then it'll fix it. Darn. Via. All right. Pull this out. Another via. Oh, this looks like. Oops. Me. Yeah, go and get mad at me. It's fine. Vias. Placing vias, and yet I'm not able to select vias. We can shrink this just a little bit. There we go. Nope. There we are. Okay, so this is decrement. You can go all the way up there. Jeez Louise. So let's go to the bottom. We're going to route that. We're going to try to route. Okay, I don't know why you did that to me, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, decrement. Okay, got those guys in there. Those signal lines are tied up. That looks beautiful. All right. Getting this guy tied out. I miss this guy. Wow. Wow. Good show. Good show. Let's do 70. 80. Nope. 81. Yep, that looks about right. Text. Yeah. Oh. Get you routed. Boom. Boop. All right. Okay, okay. Got that guy in there. Now I2C clock. Go here. You up. All right. The data, clock lines, everything's starting to come together, starting to look beautiful. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's move this guy over. 28. You know what? All right, that'll work. And all right, and this guy, let's see here. Put you right in here. Put you right here. Okay, okay, okay. Now, oop, nope, nope, 34. And, and bump, 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 bump. Bottom. You here. You here. To the top. Oh. Mm-hmm. Helps if I have the route button selected. Bump. Hello? What are you doing? I want a via to go there. There we go. Jeez Louise. Papa cheese. Yeah, R3 can go here. Top route. Here. All right. Bottom route. All right. Well, so we're pushed over an hour so far. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut it from here. Next time we'll have to figure out why we don't have any net connections on CN4. I might not have made them properly or something. We'll figure that out. Could be a problem with the footprint, but we will, or the schematic symbol, one of the two. Something is definitely wrong. But we'll figure that out as we go. So I thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, depending on how tomorrow goes, but I'm probably not going to be streaming throughout the week just because how busy I am. But I appreciate you hanging out with me this afternoon, and we will catch you in the next stream. Take care.